There is a kind of agency that the designer has, which sometimes takes a form of rebellion. For that reason, we call the Urban Design Otherwise 2026 as designer as activist, because we wanted to see a kind of partnership between the public, private and community, and how this actually works on the ground. We wanted to give the students the sense of the agency that they will have once they are graduated from this course. For Urban Design 2026, we come to Seven Sisters Market, where the designers, the architects can come together with the community, the spaces here, and the activists, traders. All of them created a sense of activism in order to save the community and this market from pollution.
2 minutes, amigos, 2 minutes.
Okay, the history of the market began 25 years ago. A few traders wanted to explore the possibility to earn extra money, at the same time looking after our own kids, and that's how everything began. And it transformed more than earning money, more than trading. It just became the most important hub for the community, and to have the community and to play an important role for our community, the Latin American community, to stop being invisible. Then the community organized more and more with the locals, because we would like to preserve the building. By preserving the building where we were, we will preserve the community. I always say that the building is the body and the community was the soul. So one without the other cannot exist. We went through different community plans. The market was closed after the pandemic, but it was not closed because of the pandemic. It was closed because of negligence. But the fabric of the building was dangerous for the traders, and they closed down.
The market recently opened last October. Officially, we had our grand opening last October 2025, and that's when the community space also opened. Even though we reopened last year, since 2020, which was when TFL officially shut the market down, many of the traders that were at that market got displaced. Many of them couldn't come back. They had to go, especially they had their new units back in there in the high road. Only some of them managed to stay, but it's been such a struggle for them, because of course it's very different to have everyone in the same space, have that synergy, have that sense of community, and not only sense of community for themselves, but also a sense of community for migrant communities and from this diaspora that was very used to come to this place, a very recognized and valued space in the north of London. Coming back to a space, even though this is a temporary space, coming back to a temporary market is very important for them, getting to see each other again. Many of them hadn't seen each other in these 5 years.
So yeah, the market is very important. It's not one thing that makes it important for us. It's important because it's a community. It's important that we can support each other, and nonetheless our children grow up in the market. So most of the young children that they grow in the market, now they are adults. I mean, we have such a huge generation. They grow with this instinct of doing something, working, fighting for what they want. And this is what they've learned being in the market, in this community. I mean, this is like a school life, to say like that. I've been in the market for the past 19 years, 20 years, long time. So my children grew up in the market, and now it's the next generation.
El mercado para mí pues significa fuente de trabajo, ayuda, significa mi vida, porque ya llevo tiempo viviendo aquí en Londres y es donde siempre está trabajando. O sea, para mí es algo muy importante, movida muy importante. Y aquí pues damos una fuente de empleo, como para mí, damos un servicio para la comunidad, bien los ingleses, es como una fuente de integración, ¿no?, al latino. No, pues yo creo que la apertura del mercado representa para la lucha que hemos tenido con la comunidad fue un éxito, porque representa que con la lucha, con todo lo que hemos estado, pues lo hemos logrado. Hemos estado siempre como una familia. Lo hemos desintegrado cuando la pandemia, cuando con el cierre del mercado, pero ahora nos estamos volviendo a juntar. Y vamos ahí logrando siempre como la integración. Pues yo veo que si seguimos como siempre hemos venido haciendo las cosas y ya con este impulso, esta nueva apertura al mercado, pues yo creo que no va a ser muy difícil.
Siempre he tenido la esperanza y no perdí la esperanza de que abrieran el mercado. Volvimos otra vez acá, estamos muy contentos. Este sitio es muy importante y muy especial para mí. ¿Por qué? Porque aquí en el mercado de Seven existe el pueblito paisa. Yo me di a conocer, hay muchas historias, hay muchas anécdotas en el cual es imposible olvidar. Este mercado fue un refugio muy grande para mí, en el sentido de que a veces uno se agobia o entra en un estrés, y este mercado fue una de las bases fundamentales para yo salir adelante. Yo vine aquí a este mercado después de los atentados que hubieron acá en Londres, que fue en el 2005, el 7 del 2005. Eso nunca se me va a olvidar, nunca en la vida. Después de que yo entré en una depresión, con ganas de morirme, con ganas de suicidarme, con ganas de hacer algo contra mi vida, porque yo quedé muy marcado. Hay muchas secuelas. Y por eso digo y sigo diciendo, Seven existe, Marques el pueblito paisa, para mí es algo muy especial. Porque si yo no hubiera venido aquí a trabajar, a abrir un negocio para mí, yo no estaría contando este cuento.
The important things in this journey is to see many students from different universities studying different things. Architecture is one of the things, because how can I see a community plan in my head, but how all these amazing students that came just to hear our story, and then to be able to help us, take us a little bit closer to our goals. Those students and all the people who came through all along these years make a massive contribution and a huge difference. And I think this is how we build cities, by mutual aid. And this was the mutual aid, we tell the story, but please can you translate what I'm trying to tell you into something that we can present. I think that's how we work, and it pays off.
When we did the urban design otherwise 2024 sessions, I was here with Majo. Also, we were students back then, and we came to the Seven Sisters market to hear about the struggle of the traders that had been displaced from the original market. It's amazing and important and inspiring to be here, because after being here 2 years ago and seeing the market closed and all this organizing and all this activism around it, but at the same time all this frustration because things weren't coming along, and now being able to be here and talk to traders and see them working and being back together, it's very important. But the struggle that we are witnessing today and we witnessed 2 years ago is very important for students and for even everyone to know about, because it condenses a lot of things that are going on in London and even in the world today. and we have this community organizing, and it's so inspiring because a group of people that came to London like 20 years ago or 30 years ago managed to self-organize and to somehow fight one of the biggest and most powerful entities of London and big developers. So yeah, being here, it feels like we can see very clearly everything that we've been talking about for the last term. And it's such an important story for students to witness. And it's a proof of how urban design can have a different role in the city, one that doesn't perpetuate inequalities or profit-driven development.
And in a space like this, it's really nice to see how the sort of community was, they make their needs known, they make what they want known, and they form around this sort of like this demand, this space, this sort of like thing that they want to build for themselves in this place once they've moved here. And it's incredible to see how sort of architecture and design, can sort of, instead of telling them this is what you need, this is what the space designed for you should be like, this is what a market is, it's a purely commercial space, this is the range of activities that you can have here. It's lovely to see how a space like this has been sort of designed and sort of thought about and repeatedly sort of restructured in order to incorporate, a range of different activities that sort of, contribute towards community building, right?
So it was a really eye-opening session and workshops, and for me it made me reflect that as a student and a designer, I need to be more sensitive with my surroundings, with the people, and I need to pay more attention to what they really want and what's their struggle, and not to romanticize it, but to listen and to translate it.
As far as the whole idea of a designer as activist goes, I think this is really an example par excellence of that.
The highlight of this activity is empowerment, because I'm a woman, and I see how Vicky and Mahon, for these 2 sessions, speaking, telling their stories, their struggles, and it was not easy to speak for themselves.
It was not easy, it was difficult, it was painful. You end up fighting with a huge developer, with the local authority, with the GLA, with Transport for London. So you feel like you are a little drop in the middle of the ocean. But the persistence, the perseverance of the community pays off, and we're here and we are no longer invisible.